stand off to this side with Maya-chan, Haha said, directing her to the left of the altar where the hammering noise only grew louder. Apparently, there were a few last-minute touch-ups going on to make sure everything was ready for tomorrow's ceremony. Maya bumped her hip into Quinn's. Just another hour and it'll be over, and then, tomorrow, her face lit up and her voice pitched higher, I'll be married. Before Quinn could give her sister a hug like she'd planned, Haha grabbed her shoulders and twisted her to stand sideways. Turn this way, no slouching, and would a smile kill you? Maybe, Quinn said. Is that a chance you really want to take? Oops, those are the inside thoughts today, remember? Luckily, Haha didn't bother with a response. She was used to the sarcasm. With the Rutherfords lined up on the other side, they probably hadn't heard either, so no harm done. Haha continued rearranging everyone in place, making the groomsmen switch order when she didn't like the height differences. Perfectionist was an understatement, not to mention how determined she was to show the Rutherfords that a small-town celebration could be just as extravagant as one in the city. There were caterers driving in from 2 towns over, and the decorators had driven up from Salt Lake to deck out the town square. The entire reason Maya had wanted to be married in Hope Springs instead of Cheyenne, where all of their family had relocated for the time being, was the small-town charm. Despite their many moves through the years, the sisters both considered it their real home. It was where they had their best memories. But the Sakatas were big on impressions, especially when clients were invited and they were trying to one-up the Joneses, or Rutherfords as it were. Quinn had asked Maya if she wanted all the fuss, and while she could tell her sister didn't, Maya asked her to let it go. So, for her sake, she'd be compliant. She reached over and squeezed her sister's hand. It'll be like in The Little Mermaid, when the whole kingdom's there to see. Maya laughed. My dress is sparkly. We just need to get you a gold tiara real quick. Do you think Chi-Chi would hold a trident? And sprout a tail? The image made them erupt into the kind of silent laughter where you hold in the sound but your entire body convulses with it. When they'd played The Little Mermaid growing up, Maya was always Ariel and Quinn was Ursula. It was more fun, until that whole getting rammed through with a sharp pole and dying an electric death thing. The characters they'd gravitated toward pretty much summed up their polar opposite personalities. All growing up, Quinn heard things like, why can't you be more like your sister? And look at Maya, she's the younger one and she's the better example. From her parents, teachers, other family members, pretty much everyone except their maternal grandmother, Sobomachi, who was one of the few people who'd actually understood Quinn. While that might lead some to resent their sibling, Quinn had never felt that way about Maya. She wanted to protect her sister's shiny, hopeful outlook of the world and make sure all her optimistic dreams came true. Maya's one rebellion through the years was to sneak into Quinn's room after Haha and Chi-Chi were asleep. They'd whisper and giggle and tell stories long into the night, and Quinn often had to carry Maya back to her room after she fell asleep so they wouldn't get caught. So, despite their different personalities, they'd always been close, and Quinn would do most anything to make her sister happy. It's going to be perfect, she whispered to Maya, giving her hand another squeeze. When she glanced up, Mrs. Rutherford quickly looked away as if she'd been studying her. It hadn't been easy to hold back snarky comments when the woman remarked on the quaintness of the town in that condescending, grating way people did when they tried to make insults sound like compliments. Hope Springs was Quinn's town, even if she didn't currently live here. Although, if this deal she was waiting on went through, she'd change that soon. Please, please, please let it go through. Grayson flashed her a smile from the Rutherford side. They'd started dating because his brother had been dating her sister, and they were always together anyway, so it made sense. Haha and Chi-Chi approved, which always made it easier.